President Trump has been toppled as the big man. Ron DeSantis is now polling ahead of him, at least in one poll for 2024.
But for better or worse, I don't know if this will bring pleasure or disdain or a sadness to people in the audience. It's a pretty meaningless poll. This is a poll from the Western Conservative Summit.
Very, very, very strange poll. And just understand, the way they did it is kind of bullshit. It's a totally different way of doing a poll. It's an approval method poll. So it's not the same as a normal poll. If you did a normal poll, Trump would have draxed them sclounched when it comes to DeSantis. He would have destroyed him. He would have wrecked him. But in this kind of poll, DeSantis is number one.
This is an approval poll. So there are two things that make it meaningless for us for identifying Trump's actual chances in 2024. Number one, it just asks you, do you approve of Trump, DeSantis, whoever, not do you support them in 2024 as the Republican nominee? And number two, you can vote yes, essentially, I approve for more than one person. That's why it doesn't add up to 100%. DeSantis 74, Trump 71. So this tells us very, very little.
But yeah, he's gotten the most positive press of any Republican candidate. And he's been called, there's a bunch of people who I've seen refer to him as basically like the smarter version of Trump. So he's also a little bit unorthodox in the sense that he's against big tech. He sort of is an anti-monopolist to some extent. Or I should be clear, at least his rhetoric is. Every time a Republican does that rhetoric, they always end up supporting big business. So I don't want to overreach here.
DeSantis is doing well because he is a more competent and I believe far more dangerous version of Trump's authoritarian lunacy. In a sense, DeSantis is more Trumpian than Trump to the degree that he can better communicate his harebrained ideas that he shares with Donald Trump himself. We've talked before about, could Donald Trump's presidency open the door to an even dumber and even more incompetent version of Trump that Republicans would vote for? The answer is absolutely.
He probably is full of shit. He's probably a fake populist, but he does have some of that fake populism in him. And so that might be one of the reasons why he's up there. He also spars with the media all the time. And of course, Republican voters love that shit. They eat it up. And he's one of the leaders of triggering the libs. He does it on a regular basis. So let's say Trump doesn't run. Is DeSantis going to be one of the people who really makes a run at it? I want to say yes, but all I can say is maybe, maybe not. Because how many times have we had these conversations where it looked like somebody had promised, then they imploded? So I'll just withhold judgment until we see more from him. But at least as of right now, this is obviously big news for him, and he feels, damn, I might actually have a shot.
But the risk about DeSantis is that he's more competent than Donald Trump. He's an authoritarian nut with delusions based on supply side economic ideas and religious conservatism and all this stuff. But he is more competent than Trump. He is more coherent in the presentation of these bad ideas. And that has the potential to make him far more dangerous than Donald Trump actually is. And that's a really, really scary thing.